Alright, we're going to get started here, playing a little more RuneScape Dragon Wilds. So far, no crashing, which is a good thing. Yesterday I did have to end a little bit sooner than projected. Means I may have to keep it a little bit short today, but that's alright. Just wanted to at least stream just a little bit. And still, as an FYI and disclaimer, this is a beta, so I'm kind of going cross between keyboard and mouse and controller. Controller's I feel like a lot more efficient than roaming around in combat and stuff, but around on the base I feel like the controller works really well with the menu systems and related. Rat roast. Nasty. Oop. Helps press play. Also, as an update, if you noticed on my upcoming, next time I'm streaming, it'll be not next week, but the week after. I have family coming in town for Easter, so it's just going to throw off a lot of my scheduling systems. Will also help kind of give me some time for focusing and getting a few things done that I haven't been necessarily getting done in the office. So potentially might work on some more of my game design document. Need to work on a lot of my level design. There's a lot of different games and just different methods that I can use for evaluating and developing out those designs. I think I'm going to base a lot of my designs actually off of one of my all-time favorites, Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm going to just use it as a good inspirational platform for building different aspects of puzzle aspects, traps, and related for the game that I'm currently working on. Just going to use it for multiplying multiple different ideas of implementation for level design, basically, is really what it boils down to. What I'll probably do, I'm not going to stream this, but I'll probably play it and then just kind of comb through the dungeons and just evaluate how they kind of implemented things level design wise, and then recreate it with my own take to some certain aspects to that. Really, a lot of my original footing of just gaming kind of started and originated with Zelda, and it's kind of really inspired me even all that long ago when it first came out, when I first played it. Just some of the aspects of game developments. Granted, I never thought, oh, I'm going to do that later down the road. In that time period, I just thought it wasn't feasible. Unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately, today's standing point, indie industries are, for games in general, are huge. A lot of really good big games, specifically like Minecraft, are bought out by larger companies, and they end up being big because of that. There I'm just kind of rambling off. Let's see. I think I was going to get some iron equipment. I did actually get some anti-poison potions that I'll need for the Blood Bleak Swamps. That's what it's called anyway. Blood Blight Swamp, excuse me. There's a ton of resources. I need some blight wood, I believe, for the pickaxe, and for some other equipment as well. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull up a resource map that I can kind of give myself some of the stuff that I need to look for. Need some blightwood root, which that'll get me some blightwood that I need for a resource for crafting. There's something else in the blood swamps that I need. Let's see here. Swamp weed. That's right. It's interesting. Got to use this swamp weed stuff for... What is it exactly for? It's for something I'm trying to create. Let's see here. Here's the pickaxe. Yeah, see, I need some blightwood. I think it's actually this right here. I wanted to upgrade my battle staff. Yeah, swamp thread. I guess the maple battle staff is the Neithil version. And so the subjugation is too as well. Well, the enema that's created from that enema bark. Alright, so let's see, I think I can create an iron logging axe, and I probably should. Really don't want to because I want to save as much of my iron resources as I can. Might have to though. I want to check and make sure that blightwood doesn't have a restriction for a certain... I will need to get more iron, so I could technically use that, but I'm just not going to worry about it. I'll go ahead and just go get the blightwood, and if I find out real quick I don't have the correct one, oh well. Guess it's not nighttime. Go ahead and go over there, teleport over there. I have one over here in the corner, I believe. Or I don't. That's strange. Could have sworn I remember building one over here. Yeah, I'm a little confused. I remember building one over here and I don't see it over there anymore. Oh, I think you maybe only can have one active at a time. I think if I remember correctly. Now I'm kind of... Hey, Obi, how you doing? Yes, it is Good Friday. This whole weekend is Easter weekend, and all next week for me is pretty busy. Yes, it's definitely a good weekend to celebrate Jesus. That's for sure. A lot of people, at least sometimes, I hear this from other people who are a member of the church. They're kind of like, "Is this really, you know, the week that it actually happened for Jesus? We don't really know. We just kind of take assumption. So whether it is or isn't, it's always good to celebrate something like this. That's just kind of my viewpoint on that." Guess we'll teleport over here, and I'll go see if I can see that other teleporter. I remember building it. I'm doing well. Oh, hello there. Yeah, I hope you're doing well too, Obi. I really appreciate you coming in and jumping in persistently and attending my streams. I really appreciate it. That's the way I kind of design these streams, is to be come and hang out, chill, and chat. Think of it in a way like this is something I used to do back before, YouTube and streaming, all that kind of stuff were in existence. Me and my brother just used to sit on the couch and play games together and talk and chat, whether we were playing co-op or playing, like, for example, like just a single player game. Our brother dies, well, he handed the controller to me. I die, I handed it back to him. Just those kind of couch co-op kind of social interactions are some of my favorite. Kind of branching off into that later in my life. Oh, I started playing, Pathfinder. If you're familiar with like Dungeons and Dragons, I had some friends that invited me. I was first skeptical on playing on that, but we played it and we loved it. It's a great fun with shenanigans and socializing with each other. A lot of just different things that can happen versus actually sitting down at the couch playing video games together. Yeah, it's important to take breaks, especially if you're in school. I do recall how busy I was in school, lots of studying, not much breaks. Um, but yeah, yep, I remember those days. And one thing that you kind of got to get used to is learning never stops. It's always important to continuously learning, continuing advancing in different things, especially things you're interested in is usually the best way of being a continuous learner. Find things of interest and focus on it and get better at it. Or you could be a jack of all trades if you wanted to in some different ways, or just find, 2 or 3 different things that you really, really love and enjoy and keep continuously learning and improving on that. That is kind of one of my focal points of this channel, is to be creative in some way, continuously learning and growing in that. I'm going to be showing you my different kinds of creations through devlogs and just chatting about that kind of stuff in my Let's Play sessions. Still haven't really been doing much lately, but that's okay. I've been kind of taking a break with just so many different things that have been keeping me busy and taking a lot of that time away. End up needing to rest instead. Oh yeah? So you did the you're a twin? Oh cool. I'm actually married to a twin. My wife is a twin. Uh, Unfortunately, you know, you'll have experience with twins and how their attachments are. Uh, my wife and her sister, her twin sister, they live very far apart, so it's kind of hard for them, but I've kind of filled that void a little bit, and yeah, it's just kind of a little special thing with twins gonna have. You wouldn't really know anything about it unless you know either someone that, like either cousins or brothers or sisters or any kind of twins experience. You wouldn't know it unless you actually have it. We actually have maternal twins, a boy and a girl. They're a 1-year-old, so we also have that experience too. They're a lot of fun. Another thing about our couch co-op is my brother and I, we used to play in the days when before there were wireless controllers. So yeah, they were plugged into the console, so we had to sit really close because the controllers cords were not very long. I do remember that. Wrong button. Let's go this way. Hello there. Yes, here is my lodestone. Let's see. I'm wondering how to activate it. And I know that I can use it for teleporting. I can teleport to that one. I can teleport to my home, and I can teleport here. I wonder why it's not displaying. Let's get the resources and rebuild it maybe like over here or something. Let's try right here. Ah, there we go. Oh, oh, oh! Surprise. Sure does keep you on your toes. I guess it was kind of glitching out of the map being placed there, so now I actually have this lodestone for teleportation. Oh, so it looks like you emulated a lot of older games on the PC. Yeah, my brother, we were never really grew up doing that. We actually played on a lot of legitimate hardware. Emulation back whenever we were younger was in the very early days, and we didn't have a whole lot of, at least from what I looked up, controllers and stuff for emulation were terrible. But now it's really great for emulation. I mean, you can literally use like 8-Bit Dough. This is a brand of controllers and stuff. They have a lot of really good controllers to use. Oh, dragon. I'm getting distracted. Oh my. Of course. Anyway, emulation was very rare for us. We played on hardware itself, and it was a lot of fun, of course. Oh, coordinating with using mousepad and the keyboard. Oh my, that sounds challenging. That would definitely take a lot of communication and collaboration to pull that off. That's kind of a neat idea. I'm sure that would be very challenging, especially if you're playing something like a first-person shooter or something. You'd have to really coordinate really, really well. All right, let's see here. Wind step. And let's go ahead and better use my poison potion because it's very poisonous here. Oh. Lots of rats, I guess. There's some silver. We'll go ahead and use our rock explosion. Get some silver while we're here. Also need to get some blightwood. Yes, I see what you're talking about on controllers. Snapdragon. Interesting. Growing in the rock. Alright, let's see here. There should be... I wonder what the roots look like for the blightwood. I wonder if it's around those trees. Gotta be careful around this stuff. Oh! Maybe it's these. Yeah, blightwood rock. Oh! Blightwood root, yeah, that's what we need. Alright, let's see here. I've got splinter. Let's see if it's splinter does it. No target. Astral projection? No, doesn't look like it. Stronger logging axe. I do need the stronger logging axe. Bummer. Alright. Gotta go back to base. Make that stronger logging axe. These potions, poisonous potions, are actually pretty easy to make. We'll go ahead and use our wind step to get over this wall so we don't have to worry about those enemies. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, it's always fun and nostalgic to think about those things we did in the past. Oh. Really? Birds attacking me? Oh yeah, Far Cry. I actually only played Far Cry. I think 3 is the only one I actually played. I do remember some of the original Hitmans. Been a long time since I played those, though. There we go. Alright, now we're going to come in here. We need to upgrade to an iron. I thought I could get away with it, but nope, I cannot. That's okay. Go ahead and swap it out. And we'll head back. Go get some blightwood, because I need to make that higher tier mining axe. Now we can actually go over here. Very handy. Ah, yes. I think Hitman 2 is actually the one we played back in the day. I do remember it being kind of like, with its features and core concepts and stuff that just kind of went with it. It was very innovative for the time period where you could just kind of disguise yourself and all sorts of just different aspects that we weren't used to feature-wise for games. I do remember it just being that way in general. Very enjoyable, at least for that time period. I don't usually play very many games like that anymore, though, as you can see. I'm a very high fantasy kind of preference, either fantasy or sci-fi. If it's sci-fi, it's definitely going to be Star Wars more than anything. Let's go get some of these fruits. Ooh. Distraction floor looks like silver. We'll go ahead. Oops, wrong button. I'm going to just stab it with my sword. Rock explosion. Oh yeah, I better get my poison on. Hopefully I don't die. Okay, good, good. I took it in time. Looks like there might be some silver ore here still. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. There's a spot right there. Hard to see. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the same way I am with my brother as well. We talk about a lot of different stuff. In fact, I've been trying to go on a sales pitch, trying to get him to play this. But no, it's fine. I understand. This is a beta, so I definitely do not recommend, unless you're willing to come in at that aspect of, hey, I'm playing a beta. All right, here we go. Now we can actually cast it. Let's see how it works. Nice. Did it in one go. But I got a whole bunch. Can't really get them in a bunch of... Ah, it's really weak. I could just pop this with my axe. I don't even need to use a spell then. I need to get as much of this as I can while I'm here. It looks like there's some more over there. I'd rather avoid walking through this stuff. It's called, let's see here. It's called Astral Projection. It is a spell that allows me to chop down multiple trees. If you line up trees in a row, you can chop down like multiple ones in a row. Then there's also a, keep hitting the wrong button. Another spell, what's called Splinter, which you can then chop a bunch of them up in one go as well. There's spells to just kind of help you with resource gathering management, and it expedites the process. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh my goodness. You're a very big enemy. Oh. Was not expecting that. And there's so many rats. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I don't think I can handle this guy. Alright, I guess he decided to stop pursuing me. Yeah. Let's just say the environments are not very forgiving even for resource gathering. Let's see, there's gotta be... How much did I even gather? I only have like 10. I think I need more Blightwood. Whoop! I forgot about those goblins over there. Like I said, constant interruptions. It's kind of unfortunate. Man, and most of the Blightwood is over there by that mini-boss enemy. I might have to use some enchantments and take him out somehow. Pickaxe required. Oh, that's stone. There's got to be some more roots. There's gold, silver. Lots of gold and silver on this side. Oh, there's a chest up here. I'm exceeded on some weight. Actually, more like inventory space than anything. There he is right there. There's a bunch of Blightwood over there too by him. And I really need the Blightwood. Might just have to... should I use fire or air? Let's go ahead and enchant my weapon with some fire. Let's see if I can even handle him in frontal combat. I might get annihilated. Yeah, the astral projection, astral projection doesn't actually work with enemies. It only works for resources. But I do have other spells like I just used that I could then be able to hopefully. Oh, oh, yeah, I'm gonna get annihilated pretty fast. Oh my goodness, yes. Terrible idea. Apparently, this spider apparates, aka teleports. That is not cool. The annoying thing is most of the Blightwood, at least from what I'm seeing resource-wise, is over in that vicinity. Just kind of frustrating. Anyway, I don't even know if I even got a hit on him edgewise. Well, I do have 10. That might be enough for what I need. Let's see here. Gotta clear out this inventory so I can actually start holding some stuff. Gonna have to create some more containers. Just throw it in here for now. Go ahead and throw the swamp tar over here in the keeling. Yeah, it's definitely definitely a little scary there, Obi. Yeah, that spider means business. Even with my tier equipment, he's still a pretty big challenge to me. But I still need some more. Actually, I may not. I may have enough for what I need, but I still probably need Blightwood for some other equipment. Yes, yeah, I have enough now. I can create an iron pickaxe, which I do need for higher tier stuff later down the road. Mainly like coal, and once I get to the point of getting, let's see here. Yeah, I think steel I'll have to have for mithril. But I'll probably have to have an iron for coal. I'm just assuming. So we'll go ahead and craft this, replace it. Fix our copper, stow it away. I do need to go ahead and look for some containers. Let's see here. I really should probably completely renovate a lot of my organization. I could just get rid of these just because they're so small, but then I have to pick everything up and put everything back in. I really want to do that. Kind of like stacking them, at least a little bit. All right, go ahead and throw in a couple more, and I'll just reorganize later, just enough to get me by for now. I do plan on doing a few more things space-wise, actually make a nice space instead of just cutting it by. Right now it's more of just focusing on equipment and related, and then I'll build a little bit more on my base and actually have a decent one. You can actually build more than one too, but only can have one bed active. I do not want burnt steak. No one wants burnt steak. Let's see here. Adhesive. Go ahead and throw this one on the top one. Of course, remember, always check that link box, and that way it links whenever I'm in creative mode, or the building mode, excuse me. Throw that in there, that too, that's fine. Let's go ahead and open these bags, just to free up some space. Looks like just some rune essences came out of them. How are we doing on runes? Looks like we're doing fine. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things to do in this game. And here's the funny thing too, it's also beta, but since the only way you can kind of like actually like make a progression, you have to go get resource gathering. There's no like centralized town to get what you need and then move on. There is quests and stuff, but I'm kind of avoiding them right now. I do need to complete a quest to actually get in a certain area that I can't get to yet for more equipment progression. I'm trying to get kind of focus on getting the equipment. There's a lot of different quests I could do, and I do plan on doing it. I just kind of focusing on getting higher level equipment so I can progress a little bit quicker, and I'm minimizing on like not upgrading everything. I'm trying to do the minimum if I can. Yeah, well, this actually is not as overwhelming as some games. If you're talking about overwhelming games, I would say if you go into MMOs, they are overwhelming. The only one I'll make an exception for when it comes to an MMO is actually ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. It's a great MMO. You have to really take it from a small scope. Otherwise, you're just going to be overwhelmed with so much just different content. Just kind of focus on one single thing and then get through it and then just kind of move on. But yeah, it can be super overwhelming. I can understand why you could see this being overwhelming, but it's actually pretty... If you've played most survival games, like there's all sorts of different survival games, this is pretty similar to Valheim, I think is how you pronounce it. So it's just kind of a progressive kind of base building survival-based game. I actually have the hydration and food turned off, so I don't have to worry about it. I like casual experiences, so I don't have to worry about those tedious aspects to it. And I could just casually play and not have to worry about food and water. It makes it a little distracting, especially in combat and other different aspects of it. Yeah, you do, and there's actually some wikis and stuff that you can actually look up on this resource stuff. And I actually unlocked specifically my world, like all of the recipes, so I don't have to worry about unlocking them and stuff. Just makes it a lot easier, because then I can know what I actually need to get and gather. If I don't know exactly where to get it, I just look it up on the RuneScape Dragon Wilds wiki, and it really helps. So yeah, there's a little bit, but it's not too crazy. Just my point of view anyway, because I'm used to this kind of stuff. This is actually kind of very similar scope to what I like. For example, I've done some Skyrim mod loadouts, and this is very similar kind of scope I kind of go for, is some kind of crafting aspects to it, which makes them like a lot of fun. But anyway. Yeah, I've played a few games like this. This is actually, these style of games are not the type I typically play. Most kind of games majority of the time I play are like Elder Scrolls in general. I don't typically play most survival games, but I'm a longtime RuneScape fan, like the original like OG RuneScape. I played way back in the early 2000s. They're on like RuneScape, I don't know, like 3 or 4 now or something. It's an MMO, if you're curious what it is. But this is actually like a branch off of their game and their series based all of their lore and a lot of their elements. So it's super familiar to me. It's nostalgic to me. And this is actually, in my opinion, a lot more favorable than RuneScape, because RuneScape is a grind. And that's like specifically when it comes to, let's see here, like skills. There's a huge skill tree. This is not even all of them. That actually is included in the original RuneScape game. But you can see that it says, like, for example, my top left, which is my combat or attack, it's 49 of 99. The same thing in RuneScape kind of has a standard, but it's so grindy that if you want to get higher end skills, you have to go and just grind those skills. And I remember back in the day, this is when the OG RuneScape was out. My brother and I, we actually played it for a little while, and he ended up stopping playing because he was like, all right, I'm going to do the math and see how long it'll take me to get to level 99 on my, like, you know, my combat, my attack. And he calculated at 40 hours a week, he would have to play for like 3 years straight at 40 hours a week to get to the max 99. So those kind of games where you have to really grind and work to, and just it's like you're turning a video game into a job. So this one is nothing like that. If you noticed, let me go back to my skills. You can see on my mining, I've only played, I think on my Steam counter, it's maybe logged about maybe like 12 or 13 hours, and I'm 73. If you were to get 73 in actual RuneScape, which I don't actually have a lot of experience of it right now, but it would take you a good while to get there. But they have different events and stuff, and probably XP multipliers now. But I mean, I'm also talking from not experience, mainly from the original RuneScape, where it was a huge grind. So this is a much more desirable outcome, because I can also, in my world, I can customize the experience multiplier. I've actually maxed it out because I don't want it to be a grind. I want to be able to progress quickly, because I'm limited on my kind of time like this for playing. So then that way I don't have to feel like I'm obligated to continuously play a ton of hours a week and, you know, to get where I want, that kind of stuff. You can see here on the right too, through each little different milestones, it gives you additional aspects. Like, for example, 73, it gives me plus 36 mining critical hit chance. So in other words, I can do more damage quicker to ore and then break it for resource gathering. Each one of them have those kind of aspects. You can see here, like, I'm level 49 on attack, so I get a plus 24 attack stamina costs, it says. Or actually negative 24, so in other words, it reduces my stamina costs. That's good. Because stamina uses almost every aspect of combat and even resource gathering. If you run out, you can't swing or hit, you can't run. It's just a big no-no. And when you get hit too, for example, if I have my shield out and I have no stamina, my character gets almost knocked down and kind of stunned for a second. So you kind of got to avoid that because you can get kind of staggered and then you're vulnerable. You could get annihilated. That's pretty much what the spider did to me. I don't even think I actually ran my stamina down. He hit me and it drained a bunch of it. So I might have to take him out with magic. I haven't done much of that. Oh yeah, yeah. This is my recommended RuneScape experience. RuneScape Dragon Wilds, that is. But granted, it has a disclaimer, and they even say this is early access. This is a beta. They have a huge roadmap for this year, which I'm really looking forward to some of their updates they're doing later. In June, they're actually, I don't know if it's specifically stated they're doing this, but they're going to have towns, NPC vendors, that kind of stuff. I like that aspect because then maybe that might open the door for opportunities of buying resources or equipment or trading for it and kind of minimize some of this grinding aspect of resources off of that a little bit. That would be desirable, in my opinion. Let's see here. I think I wanted Blightwood for more than just what I had, but I think it's, I don't know if it's feasible with that dumb spider in my way. Let's see here. I wanted to get, yeah, I need a few more logs to get my, it's a ×4, and I'm running off of a really wimpy version of a staff. But I also need swamp thread. I'm trying to remember if I picked up some. I don't remember if I did. Huh. Guess I didn't. Thought I did. It's just weeds. Too many bins to look through. Yeah, I guess I don't. Bummer. I thought I picked some up. That's toadflax. It's like swamp weed. Let's see what the next version of staff up from the Blightwood staff. That's a 4. It would be the Draconic staff, which requires iron bars and granite, but I can't get granite till the next area. I'm starting to see that I need to... Let's see here. Do I have an oak? What do I have? I have a 2.6. That's hardly even an increase. One goes up like 0.2. I would love to get this one, but the Blightwood I feel like is a challenge right now with that enemy. There are a few other points that are around that enemy that I could potentially get some more wood. If I could just avoid him, I could get some more. I'm going to try it one more time. Why not? All right. Let's see. We'll go ahead and spawn up here. We'll have to use another one of these poison-resistant potions because you're constantly being poisoned in the blood blight swamp. We'll go ahead and use the wind step so we can jump over the wall. Don't necessarily have to jump over the wall, but I choose to. Let's see. I swear these rats just keep on coming out of nowhere. Let's see if this is some swamp. Is it? Nope, snapdragon. I'll take it though, whatever. Stow it away if it's something I need for later. Oh, yeah. Almost forgot to take it. Alright, let's see here. There is some ore over there. There is some more roots over there. I really want to avoid that mini-boss spider. He's right there. Let's see here. Let's do the wind step again and just jump up here. Ooh. There is some roots over here. Accessible. Oh, there's a rat. Hello there. Alright, let's see here. Get rid of some of these rats. I don't see him. Let's hope he doesn't come out of nowhere and just be like, bites me or something. Because I really want some of this blightwood. Oop, missed it. There we go. It's unfortunate I only get like 2 per root. Not very much. There's some more over there. Let's go ahead and do a wind step over there. No, so far I haven't had to take on the mini-boss so far. Yeah. That's true. Good things don't come cheap. And cheap things don't last. Yeah, that's true. That's for sure. That's a problem I feel like we have in America. We have a lot of cheap stuff. A lot of our stuff in a dollar store ends up coming from China. I'm kind of curious. What if I... Oh, that's an enemy. I thought it was a something else, but it's not. Let's see here. There are... Let's see here. I'm going to do another wind step over here. Get rid of these. Check out, see what's in here. Probably bad guys. Let's see. Or not so far. Just disgusting swamp water that I'm walking through. And a chest. Stone. Tomato seeds, don't need it. There's some ore in here though. What is that? Oh! Something that's going to blow up in my face, of course. Oh my. Whoop, wrong button. There we go. I want to stay on this page. I want to use my rock explosion so I can harvest some of these silver ore. There we go. What is that? Gold ore. Of course, there's a cooldown on my... There's 10, silver, gold. There's a cooldown timer. It usually lasts about 30 seconds, so... We're using the axe for now. I actually... RuneScape kind of always had a very unique art style. And that's one thing that I really love and enjoy, kind of the direction they take. Compared to a lot of other games, I feel like the main focus on most like AAA games, they like them to be too realistic. I like artistic games like this. Oh no. I guess my potion was wearing off. Oh, man. Great, I'm a dead man. Yeah, and this is kind of like, I remember in RuneScape, kind of a lot of what these wildlands, it calls it Dragon Wildlands. It kind of reminds me of the Wilds, is what they actually called the chaotic kind of region within RuneScape. It was a PvP area on top, and there's just so many enemies that would just attack you on sight that were, as you progressed, it keeps getting harder and harder and harder. Some reason my poison resistance wasn't working. Anti-poison. I used one too. I don't know why, that's weird. Alright, let's see here. Gold, silver, wood, light wood. Oh. Random stuff. No more snapdragon. Kind of a potion making ingredient. Not the one I want. Food type stuff. Bone. Scraps. Seeds. Don't really need those yet. Whoop, wrong button. Oh, swamp tar. Turns into adhesive in the keelan. Alright, let's go ahead and rest since it's nighttime and we're back at the base. Let's see. I've gotten some more, I think I got plenty of blight wood for the blight staff. Yeah, that do. Now I need to really find some swamp thread. It's from swamp weeds. I really only need like a few, and I see a few on the map. I didn't have to go as far as I did, but I was just kind of being too adventurous, which I shouldn't be in that region. It's so deadly. I got one more potion, so maybe I'll make one more run there, so I don't have to worry about creating new ones. They're not too demanding on time to create. But I just want to, yeah, let's go get some swamp weeds. And this time, try not to die. This kind of reminds me of one thing. I feel like if you're come from experience standing point of playing old school games like the old school Marios and stuff, is it made you learn patience and persistence, because they were hardcore unforgiving games back in the day. A lot of our games today are not like that at all. Constant auto saves and just different stuff, but it really teaches you to learn how to approach challenges in some different ways and handle them well and efficient. Let's see here. Swamp weeds, huh? Let's see. They're around here somewhere. I think there should be some over here. Let's take out this rat real quick. Check my map again. Over here in this area. Ah, yeah, swamp weed. There we go. I didn't even see that. They're so tiny. Here's some more. Yeah. Let's get rid of this guy. Whoop. There's some over here. I don't see any. Alright, there should be some more. Let's see here. over here just above the W. Let's just put a little waypoint so I can not get distracted. Get rid of some rats on the way. Stamina drain. Alright. Oh no, it's right in front of that. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Right in front of the giant spider. Do not want to do that. Hard to play games are good, but to a certain level. I think it's kind of like from a gamer standing point of view, at least from my experience. Let's see here. There's another one, I think, like over here. I'm going to move it over there. I think as you age, things kind of change differently. Like back when I used to play those challenging games, I could do them because I didn't have daily challenges like within my life, like family life and my job. You know, I didn't have that kind of stuff when I was a kid, and it was enjoyable because I didn't have those crazy challenges back then. But now I do, so certain aspects to that are a little more challenging, and it's just kind of nice to not have those challenges in your casual playtime. Making sure there's no other little large creatures over here either. Don't see them so far. Alright. Ah, should be right over here then. By the swamp creature. Gotta get my stamina build back up. Oh, there we go. There's a swamp breed right here. One little tiny one. Is there any more? Nope. Guess not. Oh no. I'm gonna die. My potion wore off. Oh boy. I don't have any more either. Alright, let's get through here. Hopefully there's no goblins or minions over here. Oh wow, I actually made it. I was not expecting that. And wearing heavy armor, you cannot jump very high unless you use your wind step. Wind step is absolutely amazing for jumping over things. And it's kind of like feather falling too. Fall from a high area, you won't hurt yourself, because it kind of has feather fall effect after using it. And of course there's a goblin standing right on top of my teleportation pad. Let's magic him away. Oh man. There we go. Oh, oh boy. Got rid of that druid. All right. Now let's teleport out of here. Let's see. Let's go back to the base, I think. No. I want to teleport. There we go. Also, to just kind of give you a little bit of insight on how the magic system works, it doesn't work like most games where you have like a mana pool for casting. What you actually have are what you call, whoops, drop that, did not mean to do that. There we go. Basically how it works is you use these runes. Like for example, when I use my staff, I'm using air runes to use air type attacks. You can either use air or fire. Let's see here. There's a way to change it somehow. I think it's either the staff or there's something you could select to change it. I haven't actually figured that out yet, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, I use air staffs for my staff attacks. And then yeah, so basically there's combinations with these runes that you can use with your spell books with different spells. Like for example, Rock Explosion, it's earth, and it's an earth and like an astral rune or something. Let's see here. Yeah, law runes are used for teleportation. Astral runes are used for those astral projection, something like that. Anyway, I'm probably butchering the terminology. I think it's fire rune and earth rune is what you use for rock explosion, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like, if you're familiar with the old school like Ultima series, they kind of had like regents for casting spells and stuff, but they actually had a mana system with that. This does not. It just requires the regents for casting spells, which is kind of neat. Very old school. Alright, so I've got some swamp weed now, and I need to spin it in my wheel to turn it into swamp thread. So we'll do that. Some more stuff to put away. Got some more swamp tar. Go ahead and put that in here in the keelan. Some more meat I'm just kind of racking up in here. Snapdragon. Probably a potion making ingredient. Some rune essences. Rune essences are actually used for creating runes. And this is a crafting station right here that you use for creating them. And you can just kind of roll through them on what you need to create, whatever that may be. I don't think I really need to create... Actually, I don't really need to create any law runes or earth runes, because I actually have a base setup right next to a earth enema vent. It allows me to convert... Hold on a second. Rune essences, which you can mine for resources. You can then convert these into runes with these rune enema vents, or actually earth enemas. You can just sit there. There's only a certain amount that it has, and you can just kind of sit there and deplete it, and then go into my runes. You can see here I created a few more earth runes out of it. Not a ton. Just make sure, yeah, because whenever I cast spells, I use this one a lot. So I want to go ahead and create some more earth runes. Hold on, I'm past it. Earth rune. We'll go ahead and max that out to 50. You can actually attune, and actually it's a little mini game, but I just don't really worry about it right now. If I was going to take my time, I would. But let's go ahead and just auto craft. We've got 500, that's good. For now, that should be plenty for a while, because we use a lot of earth runes with our rock explosion. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's kind of complex, but once you understand the systems on how all that stuff works, it's actually pretty simple. Because one thing that's nice, if you think about it from the perspective of, like, for example, if you're playing Elder Scrolls, that type of a game, like Skyrim, for example, specifically, if you cast spells, you deplete your mana pool just by casting spells outright. But with this, I don't have a mana pool to rely on. If I have a bank load of like runes in my inventory, I could just keep casting. I don't have any worries of, like, for example, if I was to compare the stamina bar to a mana bar, that's how it works like in this. Like when my stamina is depleted, I can't swing my weapon or mining resources or related and that kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely get back to work if you're on a break. I don't want to hold you up. I understand you got obligations. It's important to be an adult and take care of those things. But thanks for jumping in, Obi-John. I really, really appreciate your loyalty and jumping in and coming in, chatting and chilling with me. You have a good one, good rest of your day. Have a good Easter and Good Friday as well. God bless. Some swamp threads now. Should be able to. We need to make some wild enema, and that's from, I believe, bark. Let's see where it is. It's right here. How much do I need? Because I'm gonna have to. I need 6. Let's see here. From this, I think I make it in the keeling. Yeah. Oh wow, I need to go get some more then. There's only 4 out of that. Right, I already have something in the spinning wheel. Getting ahead of myself. Alright, we'll go ahead and split this. That'll work. That way I'm not holding too much. And put that back over here. And if I needed to go back to that Blightwood Swamp, I'm going to have to create some more of those anti-poison potions. But I don't need to, so let's go get some more of that ancestral bark. There should be some right over here too. Could potentially be some guys in here. I don't see anybody. There's a goat. There should be a bunch of bark right here around this tree. There we go. That should get me enough wild enema. Nope, there's an archer over here. And a druid. go ahead and get him. Oh. That's where they were at. They were out wandering. They're usually around that that tree where all the bark is that I normally get for the Enema Magic.
All right.
There's some more bark I should put over here. I don't know if I want to use them all or not. How much more? I think I need 6. Let's see here. I need 2 more. There we go. That'll do. Get a little bit more organized. All right, we should have what we need. Go ahead and rest since it's nighttime. Now we should have enough for the Blightwood battle staff. This will be helpful for using for magic combat. Go ahead and replace the staff I've been using, which is the Grieving Moon staff. This multiplier is just a little bit better, 4.1 versus this is 2.6. Alright. The next thoughts is I do believe, progression-wise, in order to get coal and into the next northern region, I think I'm going to have to complete the Dragon Slayer's quest, which shouldn't be hard. Because I'll need coal to make steel, and then from steel to mithril. Alright, let's see here. Go ahead and look at the map. It's going to tell me, I believe the Dragon Slayer is going to be right here. Siege the Goblin Castle and look for Catan. Oh, this is funny. In my base setup, they're not going to be able to attack me because of me being up here. And then there's a drop off right here. Unless they fall from up there, but I doubt that. I doubt that. Alright, let's see. It won't let me lock on to these goblins from that far. It's kind of funny. Alright, let's, while I'm thinking about it, I might ought to repair. They're not going to be able to get to me. There's no way. This is the reason why I moved my base. Alright, repair. And I do not have an iron bar. Bummer, bum, bum, bum. I might have to go make an iron ore run because I'm going to need it anyway for steel. So yep. Gonna make an iron run and then I'll go do the castle siege. We'll go here. Alright, there should be a pretty quick, easy run. Let's see here, rock explosion. One thing I've noticed, it's always raining. Oh no. Always raining here, and lots of lightning. No bueno. That is for sure. Great. Dragon now too. Where's that last ore? I don't see it. Ah, it's right there. Don't really want to deal with any dragons at the moment. Oh! Lightning is like everywhere around here. Alright, let's see. Ah, here we go. Over here. See the cooldown. Alright, we can go ahead and cast it. Oh man. Oh no. I'm spotted already. No, there's another node over here. There it is. Right here. Those goats aren't very smart. Alright, that should be good. Oh no. Ah. Lightning all over the place. Alright, I do believe we need to go this direction. Don't want copper. Nah. Didn't quite hit it all. Alright, hello there. Thank you for interrupting me. And interrupted again. Just making sure I'm not missing any iron ore while I'm running about here. Alright, gonna run away from these fellows. I think I've got plenty of iron for now. Alright, head back home. Gotta drop off that stuff. While we're here to repair my iron sword, definitely be very useful to have that fixed. Keyboard's not connecting for some reason. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to smelt. For some reason it's not connecting. Give me 1 second. On my Bluetooth. If you're familiar with Bluetooth, you know how fickle it can be. There we go. Okay, get some iron. So, we'll throw this in here. We still have plenty of charcoal, looks like. Nighttime, it looks like. Do not want burnt meat. No, thank you. only really need one, because I'm just going to repair my iron sword for now, since it's getting pretty low. Oh, the resource management. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so our next objective is we are going to do the Dragon Slayer. That means we're going to go here to the castle. Before I do that, I'm going to take a quick break, stretch my legs, get me a drink, and then I will be right back in. All right, we're going to dive in here, dive back in. I think the plan is, excuse me, as I stated, we'll do the Dragon Slayer quest here. I'll determine off that how much longer I'm gonna, maybe I might, after finishing this quest, I might have to call it for the stream. But let's just see here. It's nice that that respawns here, where my base is. Potions I'll go ahead and drop off. All right. And we are going to go to the castle. Very aggressive rats. Looks like we need to go up this road here to the left. These are going to be all tier 1 enemies. They're going to be easy to mow through since I've progressed with equipment. Yeah, we'll have to go over here to the right. Alright, I unlocked another spell. Confuse. Looks like this is where we need to go. simple stuff. I think the quest objective is up here at the top. Oh. That's nice. So is that it? Just the dragon's gonna attack me and not come back? Oh, bummer. There's still some poison on the ground. Investigate the blue flame in the swamp. So we gotta go over here. There's also a vault over there. Went up on a bunch of junk. I always drop stuff if I need to. Nope. Oh, come on. Why isn't it? Ridiculous. I was locked onto the enemy. For some reason, it was not hitting the rat. A rat was about to annihilate me. Alright, let's carry on here. Gonna go to that next Dragon Slayer objective. Just should be over here in the swamps. Tier 1 swamps, anyway. Alright, might as well just pick up some ingredients while I'm here. doing it again. It's nowhere near. Look at that. It's auto. I'm auto aiming on it, and it's not anywhere near. Ah. I rely on it too much because I'm using a controller. There you go. Worked properly that time. Alright, let's see here. Yep, gotta keep going this direction. Ah. Trying to level up my magic more, but I feel like most enemies are melee, so then they charge you. I don't really want water. Oh. Come out of nowhere. All right. We got to get over here. A lot of swamp to walk through. Might as well go ahead and grab some tar, or not tar, some clay. They're useful for vessels so you can brew some more potions. Alright, so investigate the blue flame. That looks like a blue. It's probably introducing vaults, even though I've been to them. But I can do another vault, that's for sure. Or in the swamp, find out what something is up to. The letter's a little bit too small, I feel like. Clay. See if there's anything of interest over here. look. Oh, there's a rat. There's a little chamber over there I didn't see earlier. People on the floor. Interesting. Lever on the other side over there. Oh, and there's some traps, of course. Alright, got rid of him. Gonna have to get through here. I could just stand right here. Oh. Alright, what is that? Stone? I don't need stone. Oh, but I do need those vault shards. Let's get rid of some stuff in here that I don't necessarily need. I have an over-excessive amount of some of this kind of stuff that I don't really necessarily need. There. Oh. Alright, let's see here. Alright, vault core right here. I will definitely take the core. They're very useful. Clay. There's a chest over here. Fire rune, rune essence, swamp tar. Nature rune. I'll take that. Don't really need any more. I always get more rune essences. Pretty easy to get a hold of. No, didn't time it right. Oh, it's funny, it kind of acts like a wall if it's already out. Another thing I actually can do is... Whoop. And actually do this too. Oh, and I still end up getting hit. Some of those are a little challenging just to get through in general. Ooh, being in water is going to be hard because of slowing down my movements. There's several in here too. Any more guardians in here? I don't see any. What's that? Just a level design object, I guess. All right, I'll just jump over this one, I think. Hello there. Still got to get used to it. Uses stamina to even cast your spells. More clay nodes. Another vault core. Statue has no further secrets for you. Basically, it told me something about further sacrifice, whatever that's supposed to entail. Oh, this is a dead end. Guess we'll backtrack to where we were. Okay. Those traps don't give a rest. Another chest. Ooh. Definitely take some books of knowledge. Very handy. Gives you a little bit of experience. Guess this is a dead end. I believe we came from that direction, yes, because of the water. Let's go down here now. More water. All right. Ah. Those are hard to see. No, there's some more. Nature vent. Is that an enemy over there? Yeah, it is. Oh. Not another here. You're gonna just leave me to die too, like the last one did. Got us all riled up, promised us power and glory, said he knew how to get rid of the big, scaly War King. Well, he got what he wanted, some weird dragonkin stuff. Then he said we were Heading to the Gorm fell in that I just slow us down. Others agreed. Yes. So I bet you're just like him. You're not gonna talk. To use no more. Yeah, that'll teach you. Okay. Hard to read goblin talk. Alright. It's gonna open the boss door. Looks like it. Looks like there's a rat in there. Oh. There we go. Was it just the Rat King was the boss? No, more rats. I don't see any more rats. I do see a core though, which I will take. And a chest. Oh. I'm a little overwhelmed, so we'll drop this. What else do we need to drop? Don't really need the stones. There we go. That'll work. Always take runes. Alright. Let's see. Speak to the old man in the Brammelmead village. Alright, where's that at? Oh, it must be here. Okay. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. Don't really need any more clay. I am pretty close to being overburdened. Go ahead and open these goblin bags and then drop whatever I don't need. Runescence is the only thing I feel like that are worth it hanging on to. Usually have these lesser packs. Yeah, that's good enough. We're heading on out. Oop. Oh, there's more than one. That rat gave me a surprise.
Looks like I can come through this direction instead of having to walk through the direction I went through earlier. Lots and lots of goblins. Let's see where we are. Need to get around this. Lighting sometimes makes it a little difficult to see. I'm definitely more of a fan of baked lighting, just mainly for performance and the visual. I feel like it's great and all, but it's so performance intensive and affects visually gameplay. Makes it great for filmology and pictures, but that to me looks a little strange. Alright, the old man should be here, I believe, still. And he is. Alright, let's see if this is actually where it wants... Yeah, this is exactly where it wants me to go. Alright, yeah, we're going to ask about the Dragon Slayer quest. Catelyn's pushing his way into Gornfell, eh? Reckless as always, that boy's going to get himself killed. But he's braving the Gau. You must know the way to deal with Belgar. There's no other reason he'd do something quite so stupid. Look, I hate to ask, but I need you to go after him. I need you to fight your way into Gornfell and pick up his trail. Gornfell's no joke, that's where Gau live. And if you thought goblins were trouble, you're in for a shock. Alright, horrible creatures, deadly beastmen with no contempt or mercy. You'll have to make sure that you're as prepared as you can be before you start risk facing them in battle. Here, this will help get you started. Alright, so... Dragon Slayer reward pack. Interesting. Alright, so... our next objective is... Okay, it's in the Fractured Plains. It's a very large region. So I gotta search for our friend Cathan. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the base since I have so much stuff. Offload some resources and equipment we found. let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and rest while we're here. There we go. For some reason I feel like the X button doesn't always work. Keyboard keeps disconnecting. All right. Bunch more stuff. Some more cores and shards. Go ahead and open some of these up. All right. So I suppose our next objective is to go to the Fractured Plains and look for our friend. Debating on the best way to get there. I might just teleport from this side that I have and then walk over here. Make sure I'm doing okay on runes. Looks like I am. All right, so let's find our friend Cathem. Alright, so it looks like we might actually have to go to the tower. It's actually right here. Oh, hello there. There's that tower we're looking for. Ah, anima-infused bark. I will take that. Unexpected. Oh. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nope, too late. Oh my goodness. Talk about being bombarded, literally. That didn't last very long. All right, we'll try this again. Really doesn't matter which one I go to. I feel like they're both the same distance. Walking wise, anyway. Don't need any tin. There's gonna be a lot of copper and tin in this region. There's a bunch of those little blow 'em up things. A lot of bark over here too. Definitely could use that. Somebody's coming after me, and I'm stuck. Oh boy. I'll just avoid them. Well, man. Those little dog creepers are quite annoying. Looks like I'm gonna have to use that bridge to jump across. Oh. All right, so now we're across. And of course, there's enemies all over the place. Take them out before they get a chance. There's another warrior. What kind of ore is this? Okay, it's 10. Really? They're even silent, like you can barely hear their feet pattering. They just run at you. Alright, so here's the tower. And of course, a dragon somewhere. And there's a tank in front of the tower. There we go. That took care of him. Alright, so here's Vilgar's Rise. Oh, there he is. I think this is who I'm looking for right here. Yep. Alright, am I going to talk to him? To mob me and drag me here and held me down as Vilgar watched, laughing as they sacrificed me. Okay, that's morbid. More heroic. Silver, avenge me now. Make the horn summon the dragon and then kick me. Okay, so find ingredients to craft challenge horn. So I need to create something called the challenge horn. Interesting. For what exactly? I know it's kind of... Oh. Oh, great. I gotta go to the Blood Blight Swamps again. So I'm probably going to the... Find the ingredients to craft the challenge horn. Check the recipe in your journal for more information. All right. Oh, hello there. Now it's to figure out which direction do I go, because I'll need to craft this thing I need to craft. I probably have the resources for it. I hope anyway. He came out of nowhere. I believe I need to go this direction to get to my teleportation pad. I was just going to use one of them to get back to base. No, go away, please. Ah, I missed it. Oh. He came out of nowhere. Alright, let's teleport out of here. Let me use it, please. There we go. Go back to base. Offload items. This might be a good place to kind of wrap up the stream, I think. Let's see here. Keyboard's still doing the same thing. I'm not even worried about it. I'll just... No, I have to use the keyboard to Oh my goodness. Bluetooth. There we go. Is it still not working? Oh my goodness. There it goes. Nope, it's still not working. Bluetooth can be so convenient, but at the same time, so unreliable. It really just does not want to connect. I don't understand why. This is a really good place to just wrap it up. Come on. There we go. Let's see. It's actually working now. Wow. And then it quits. Maybe I need to charge it. Yeah, it quit again. Great. This is going to take a lot longer doing it with the... And I don't even know how to swap over to the other side. I'll just drag and click, I guess. And this is why I'm in a cave. Alright, I don't need that, so... I can get rid of this. Go ahead and sleep. This is a good place to wrap the stream. Thank you for all who's joined on the stream and just hanging out. Let's play. If you enjoy this kind of content, want to see insights of my future development, or just hang around, chat, talk, that's what I have these streams set up for. Anyway, hit that subscribe button. It helps very much to grow and develop this channel out, and I can't do this with all you guys helping me in this. As always, be positive, be creative, have a good Easter weekend, and goodbye.